So when should you buy or sell SPY stock? That's a really good question, and honestly, it all depends on your goals. Short-term traders, well, they depend on signals that help them understand when to get into a SPY position or out of a SPY position, and that can be for day trading or even swing trading overnight, a few days, or even a few months. However, long-term traders often don't trade the stocks as much, and they question themselves. Maybe that's you. When should you buy? When should you sell? My 16-year-old daughter bought her first SPY stock recently, and I was really proud of her. Not just because she bought it on her own, but when she bought it was really impressive. And I'll share that in a moment. When it comes to buying and selling stock, one is more important than the other. Believe it or not, selling takes more skill than buying. So we'll address selling in a moment. However, when it comes to buying, for most people, they're looking at long term. And for many of us, we'll just want to buy maybe once a month. Now you can buy on your own, or you can set it up to dollar cost average maybe on a specific day of the month. Let's talk about those two options. For most people, they're going to dollar cost average automatically, setting up a system in which they buy their stock once a month, or maybe add money into their account once a month. And for a mutual fund, it would just be automatic in which they would buy it. You may still have to buy that stock, and if you do, I would recommend that you buy it the day or the day after the money comes into your account, and do it religiously every time. Don't worry about what the market is doing. Dollar cost averaging will help average you down when the market's going down, and of course you'll benefit as the market is going up. If you're going to pick the stock timing yourself rather than just doing it automatically, you should do exactly what my daughter did on her very first SPY stock trade, and that was to buy on a big down day. She wasn't afraid that it was going down because she knows over time she's going to benefit from taking on the days in which her stock, SPY, was on sale. Seriously, for a first-time trader, that was impressive. Now, for short-term investors, you're going to sell when your signal says to sell. It could be the MACD over a long period of time or short period of time. It could be the money flow or a moving average. There are a lot of different ways in which you can explore and take a look and even back test when might be the best times to buy and sell your SPY. However, for most people, it's going to be a long-term investment. But you might want to consider, if you get to a certain point, to diversify. You don't want to put all of your money in SPY over time. Yes, it's a good place and it has a good proven track record, but it does represent 500 of the top companies. But there are other ways to invest too, which are also important. You may want to consider the QQQ. You may not want to put as much in, but it is a little more aggressive and could offer bigger returns over time. The QQQ are internet stocks and technology stocks, or maybe the IWM, which is the Russell 2000. Possibly you want to do the XLE for energy or the XLF for financials. There are a lot of ways in which you can diversify even when working with ETFs that are actually a basket of stocks. So perhaps when you have enough SPY, you can start investing in those other ETFs, or when you make a certain amount of profit. Maybe you can take some of that profit off of the table, maybe after 2 or 3 years, and then invest it in a specific stock that you like, that earns dividends that are much larger than the SPY, or again, other ETFs. There are a lot of diverse ways in which you can use SPY ETFs for your investments. Now, for day traders, they like the fact that it's highly liquid, and that means they can buy and sell very easily with a very narrow bid and ask, and that's for the stock and or options. Now, for long-term investors, it's a very stable investment. It's relatively safe compared to other types of investments, and it does offer dividends over time, and it has an excellent track record. Hey, so add to the conversation. Let people know in the comments below how you buy and sell your SPY.